We want to wrap up this time by giving you a personal word of encouragement and challenge as a mother or a father of a heritage student. And Linda and I, we've been in your place, and we have some words that we hope will be a blessing to you.
I remember when I was younger, someone passed me a plaque that said, "There is no higher calling than raising the children God has entrusted to your care." And I want to speak to you as parents, and particularly to you as moms. This begins a transition in your lives. It begins a time when you're not able to parent in the same way that you once did. I remember being at a cottage and watching a robin build this nest right here and watching it eventually grow tired of constantly feeding those little birds. And of all things, while we were still there, she booted them out and began to watch over them as a cat came nearby. And I was praying, but she was guarding her little ones, but from more of a distance. They had to learn to fly on their own. And one of the things I took from that lesson is that God spoke to my heart is, Linda, this is a natural process. This is something I've built into creation to let go and to learn to let them fly.
We want to say to you as parents, we're so grateful for all the ways you've invested in your children to bring them to this place in their life. It's a major accomplishment. It's a major milestone.
You may have changed a lot of diapers, done a lot of dishes, attended school meetings, and in high school probably made a lot of trips for high school youth group.
But your investment has helped bring them, by God's grace, to this place. And now you entrust them to the Lord as they take the next step here at Heritage. And you may have some feelings of joy and mixed with some sadness. I remember when we dropped off the first of our 3 children at a Bible college, and that night we drove home. And as we drove home, we were pretty melancholy in the car. Even his brother and sister in the back seat, they were very quiet as we all thought, our family feels different tonight. And we waited and prayed for a couple days, and maybe the next week I gave a call and talked to him. I said, "Hey, how's it going?" And his voice was cheerful, and he said, "Man, I'm having a great time. I've met new friends, and I've been loving my classes." And I said, "Wow, that's amazing. Has there been a highlight?" And he said, "Well, I think it was last Wednesday night when a whole group of us went down to the river and we played ultimate frisbee." And I thought, that Wednesday night, that was the same night we dropped him off and we were driving home all somber and quiet. And he was there having the time of his life. And I realized God had prepared him and now was launching him in a new way. Right before we took him off to school, we were in church one Sunday and someone slipped a note to Linda. It was the words from an old hymn.
And the hymn is, if you know your old hymn, says, "Give of your sons to bear the message glorious." It could be just as easily said, "Give of your daughters to bear the message glorious. Give of your children to bear the message glorious." One of the things, as Rick and I have talked about opening the school this year, is it's a time to train the next generation. And we're glad that you've chosen to have your son or your daughter being trained at Heritage.
Psalm 127, verse 3 and 4 says this, "Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb a reward. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the children of one's youth." We see your son or daughter as one of God's arrows, who's going to be launched to serve him and to make a difference, to make a mark in the next generation, in the coming years. And our role at Heritage is to continue the work you've started, but really the work God is doing. We want to polish and burnish and prepare your son or daughter to be launched for God's kingdom and God's purposes. So we want to say to you as parents, you can know that we're going to give it everything we have to be part of God's work in the life of your son or daughter. And we ask that you pray with us and work with us, and together we're going to see God do great things in the lives of each one who comes to Heritage College.
May God bless you all.